Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by golden fields and lush forests, there was a little girl named Luna. She was 4.5 years old and had nearly black hair that danced in two pigtails to the rhythm of her skipping steps. Luna loved school, especially when Master Gustave, her teacher, organized fun activities. One morning, Master Gustave announced with a big smile, "Dear children, we will soon have a big costume contest." Luna clapped her hands with enthusiasm, her eyes shining with excitement. Her classmates exchanged costume ideas: pirates, princesses, mythical animals. Luna, for her part, dreamed of dressing up as a bear, a creature she found both strong and cuddly. At home, she shared her dream with her mom, her eyes sparkling with hope. "Mom, I want to be a bear for the contest." But her mom gently explained, "Sweetheart, we don't have a bear costume, nor the money to buy one. I can't sew either. But how about dressing up as a ghost with an old sheet?" Luna wrinkled her nose, a bit disappointed by the simplicity of the idea. She went to sit in the garden to think, the clouds forming imaginary sheep in the sky. As she gazed into the horizon, her eyes fell on the big white rock on the other side of the wheat field. Her friend the rabbit lived there, a companion always ready to listen to her whimsical ideas. Luna ran to the fence and called out, "Kind rabbit! Kind rabbit!" On the third call, the rabbit emerged from his burrow, his long ears twitching. "Hi, Luna," he said with a smile. "I need an extraordinary costume for school, but I'm out of ideas and costumes," she confided, a bit despondent. The rabbit rubbed his nose, lost in thought. "I never dress up," he finally admitted, "but maybe the squirrel in the forest can help you." Luna's eyes lit up. She warmly thanked the rabbit and set off, her heart full of hope. Who knows, perhaps the squirrel had a magic trick up his furry sleeve. With overflowing enthusiasm, Luna ran towards the big tree where the squirrel lived. Her steps made the leaves crunch under her feet as she crossed the forest carpet. She called out in her singing voice, "Bright-eyed squirrel! Bright-eyed squirrel!" On the third call, a curious little nose and two big expressive eyes peeked out from behind a branch. "Hello, Luna," exclaimed the squirrel, stretching gracefully. "What can I do for you today?" The little girl passionately explained her problem. "Tomorrow, I want a really special costume to impress everyone at school. Maybe you have a magic idea?" The squirrel, while nibbling a nut, pondered for a moment. Then, with a mischievous wink, he took 2 nuts from his small stash. "Here are 2 nuts, Luna," he said, handing them to her. "One is light, the other darker. If you crunch the light nut tomorrow morning, you will immediately be covered in a magnificent red fur and a big bushy tail, just like me. And if you want to become Luna again, you just have to eat the dark nut." Luna, dazzled by the idea, jumped for joy. "Thank you 1,000 times," she exclaimed, her heart overflowing with gratitude. But the squirrel nodded seriously and warned, "Be careful, Luna. As long as you wear this magic fur, you can only eat nuts and drink water. Otherwise, you will remain a squirrel forever." Luna, though surprised by the warning, promised to be careful. She held the precious nuts close to her and went home, eager to try her extraordinary costume. That night, she slept with a peaceful smile, dreaming of her future success at the school contest. In the early morning, she would awaken not as a simple little girl, but as one of the most adorable animals in the forest. The long-awaited day of the contest dawned under a bright blue sky. Luna woke up early, excitement making her jump out of bed. She calmly ate her usual breakfast in the kitchen. "Do you think everyone will like my costume, Mom?" she asked between bites of bread. Her mom, unaware of the nut's secret, replied warmly, "I'm sure you will be wonderful, my dear." Luna smiled, keeping her secret well hidden. Once her meal was finished, she gave her mom a mischievous wink, grabbed the light nut, and crunched it with determination. Immediately, a marvelous transformation took place. A silky red fur enveloped her body, and a majestic bushy tail appeared behind her. Luna gazed at herself in the mirror with wonder. Her parents, amazed to see their daughter transformed into a squirrel, could only smile at her adorable appearance. "What a fantastic costume, Luna!" they exclaimed, half amused, half incredulous. On the way to school, Luna felt the wind pass through her fur, so light and fast was she. Upon arriving in the playground, her classmates gathered around her, all equally amazed and surprised. "Luna, it's incredible," said an admiring little voice in the crowd. "On stage, during the contest, The jury was unanimous. Luna's costume was the most original of all. A boy dressed as a pirate grimaced, but was proud of his second prize, and a sparkling little princess smiled with happiness at her third place. The principal then suggested taking a photo of the three winners. Luna, aware that she had to maintain her squirrel form until the end of the day, felt pride swell within her like a balloon ready to soar. She had succeeded. However, she now had to follow the squirrel's advice to prevent her victory from turning into a trap. At noon, under a radiant sun, all the children gathered in the dining hall to eat. Luna, still excited by her success, opened her lunchbox. She found carrots, a hard-boiled egg, and a jam sandwich, meals she normally loved. But she remembered the squirrel's stern warnings. Her table companion, a girl with a round and friendly face, noticed her hesitation. "Why aren't you eating, Luna?" she asked, frowning. I can only eat nuts today," she explained, a bit embarrassed. Suddenly, her friend exclaimed, "Wait, I have hazelnut chocolate. Maybe that will do?" She pulled out a chocolate bar from her bag, the crunchy hazelnuts shining through the wrapper. Tempted by the tasty offer, Luna accepted. Hunger gnawed at her, and in a moment of weakness, she took 2 bites. The sweet taste of the chocolate melted in her mouth. "It's delicious," she thought, but soon a shadow of worry crossed her mind. It was chocolate, not just nuts. With a lump in her throat, Luna hoped it wouldn't jeopardize her return to her human form. The afternoon passed in a blur, Luna playing cautiously under the admiring gazes of her friends. When she thanked the principal for the photo, she felt both proud and nervous. Will the dark nut still work? She wondered, doubt gnawing at her. At the end of the day, hoping to become herself again, Luna crunched the dark nut. Her heart pounded, but nothing changed. Her red fur remained true to her skin. Returning home, she began to cry softly. "Mom, I'm going to remain a squirrel forever if I don't find a solution," she sobbed. Her mom, with an understanding look, hugged her. "Don't worry, my dear. You've already surprised us today. I'm sure you'll find a way." Encouraged by these words, Luna decided to seek out the squirrel for help. He must have another solution for her. When Luna reached the forest, darkness began to envelop the landscape, and the song of nocturnal birds softly vibrated in the air. She quickly found the squirrel, who awaited her with worry. "Oh, Luna," he said, tilting his head, "you ate something other than nuts, didn't you?" Luna nodded sadly. "I couldn't resist the chocolate." The squirrel sighed but gently placed a reassuring paw on her hand. "Don't worry, my little friend. There is a solution, but it requires courage and determination." Luna, ready to hear anything, listened closely to his instructions. "First, watch a crow over the wheat field," he began. "When you find his nest, climb to it using your squirrel agility. Look for a colored stone, wash it in the stream, and keep it in your mouth. When the crow caws 3 times, place the stone on the big white rock. I hope it will work." Luna nodded, filled with new resolutions. She looked at the squirrel one last time before setting off on her quest. Weaving her way through the trees, she searched for the crows flying above the clearing. Finally, after a while, she spotted a crow watching its nest with a vigilant eye. With agility, Luna climbed the branches until she reached the nest. There, she found a brilliant stone with multicolored hues. She carefully took it and then descended from the tree. At the stream's edge, she gently washed it, watching its reflections glisten beneath the clear water. With the stone in her mouth, she waited patiently and apprehensively. The crow, after long minutes, let out 3 distinct caws. With a sigh of relief, Luna placed it carefully on the white rock. To her great surprise and joy, the crow took it back in its beak in an instant and returned to hide it in its nest. And then a welcoming warmth spread throughout her body, dissolving the squirrel fur to reveal once more the soft skin of little Luna. Happy and herself again, she hurried home, her heart singing with reunion. After her adventure, Luna crossed the field, eager to tell her story to her parents. Her pigtails began to bounce joyfully with every step she took, signaling her return to normal. She hurried home, where her parents waited for her with anticipation. "Dad, Mom," she exclaimed upon entering, "I'm back. I'm no longer a squirrel." Her parents rushed to her to hug and congratulate her on her determination and courage. "Darling, what an adventure you've had," said her mom, her eyes moist with emotion. "You certainly deserve a good dinner." added her dad with a smile. And so Luna found herself at the table, savoring a delicious meal with those she loved while recounting the details of her extraordinary day. After dinner, as the twilight bathed the house in a soft glow, Luna went upstairs to bed with a photo of herself with her majestic squirrel fur, between the pirate and the sparkling princess, under the benevolent gaze of the principal. Every time she looked at this photo, she remembered how magic could be as mischievous as it is wonderful. Next time, she thought, smiling in her dark bedroom, I will pay close attention to the instructions. But for now, exhausted but content, she closed her eyes, ready to lose herself in the sweet dreams of childhood. And in her mind, a thought resonated gently. Perhaps, just perhaps, in this adventure, there was even more magic to discover. So, what would Luna's next adventure be? Maybe children could create the continuation of this story, a story as bright as the stars twinkling softly outside her window.